Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Network, and here is the official Every Xenoblade Spirit Battle Explained. So back in the day when there was just the original ones, I called that the full Every Spirit Battle Explained, and when I came back there was more added. So both of the old one and then the one I recently just posted just says almost Every Spirit Battle Explained, and now today is both of those videos combined for officially every Xenoblade Spirit Battle Explained. I'm going to have to do this with Mario and Zelda as well, but just as a heads up of what's happening. So let's dive in, grab your Monado to see the future, get your blades to reveal the full power of the Aegis, and let's get ready to summon our Gundams. I'm going to call them Gundams. I know they have a name like Skrell or something, but they're Gundams. This is every Xenoblade Spirit Battle Explained.
The Fiora Spirit is represented by Lucina and Shulk, as the two are good friends. You battle it out on Gaara Plains while you have decreased defense over time. This might be a nod to how she is brutally murdered very early in the adventure. Don't worry, she gets better. Actually, that's more of a setup for a joke for the next spirit. The lowering of defense most likely refers to Shulk's art, Slit Edge, which lowers an opponent's defense. Time to Fight from Xenoblade Chronicles plays. The Mecha Fiora Spirit, see, I told you she got better, is represented by Corrin and a Shulk ally. The Ricky Assist Trophy also spawns, a nod to the 3-man team that you can fight within the game. You fight it out in Reset Bomb Forest, most likely represent Mykonos, a barren land devoid of life, and where you first run into Mecha Fiora. You Will Know Our Name plays. The Ryan Spirit is represented by Ryu while fighting on Gaara Plains. Ryu has super armor, a nod to Ryan being a tank in Xenoblade Chronicles, and will taunt a lot, a nod to Ryan being rather boastful. It could also reference his art Mad Taunt, which lures enemies away from weaker allies. He will also start the battle with a beam sword, a nod to his own weapon, the Gun Lance. This is a stamina battle, much like RPGs are, as Time to Fight from Xenoblade Chronicles plays. The Charlotte Spirit is represented by Zero Suit Samus. Charlotte's choice of weapon is gun and rifles, much like Zero Suit Samus and her Paralyzer, and she'll start with a ray gun item in hand. The power of shooting items are buffed as you battle it out on Gaara Plains. The music for Gaara Plains plays. The Dunban Spirit is represented by a Mii sword fighter with his outfit on and a Shulk ally. You fight it out on Gaara Plains as the enemies will gain sudden final smash. This is a nod as Shulk's final smash, Chain Attack, has Dunban in it. Melee attacks are buffed up, a nod to his sword skills, and you must defeat the Mii fighter to win the fight. You Will Know Our Name plays. The Melee Spirit is represented by Palutena and Shulk as an ally. You fight it out on Gaara Plains as a Poison Cloud is active. This could be a nod to Melia's fighting tactics as the mage of the group, more or less, summoning elementals that float around her, and she can use them in different capacities. Magic attacks get a buff as well as Time to Fight from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 plays. The Ricky Spirit is represented by Roy Koopa and a Shulk ally. The Ricky Assist Trophy will spawn early in the battle, as after time earthquakes will occur and you will become flowery, making you take constant damage. These and more are effects that the Ricky Assist Trophy does, and his attacks in Xenoblade Chronicles, Roly Poly, Bitey Bitey, and Happy Happy. I couldn't make that up if I tried. Both are examples of how Ricky plays in-game as a character that can buff his allies and give his opponents status ailments. Gaara Plains plays. The Mumkar Spirit is represented by Wolf on Gaara Plains. As Wolf takes damage in this stamina battle, Wolf will grow in size and Metal Shift, a nod to how Mumkar was turned into Metal Face, one of the main antagonists in Xenoblade Chronicles. You Will Know Our Name plays. The Elma Spirit is represented by Bayonetta on Gaara Plains. Bayonetta was probably chosen as both use dual-wielding guns as long-range weapons. She will randomly gain invincibility, which upon research seems to be a nod to the art Overdrive, which enrages her but gives her invincibility for a while at least. Anyways, weapon items deal more damage and she starts out with a Killing Edge, a nod to her combat skills in battle. The Xenoblade Chronicles medley plays. The Lyn Spirit is represented by Daisy along with Mega Man and Rob that are meant to be the Skells, a nod to her love for the giant mechs. You fight it out on Shadow Moses Island that has a giant Metal Gear burst through the background meant to represent Skells even more. You must defeat Daisy to win as she starts the battle with a drill, perhaps meant to represent her weapon a Gatling gun as it would continuously fire shots, as the drill continuously hits you and pushes you off the stage. The Xenoblade Chronicles medley plays. The Lao Spirit is represented by Snake on Congo Falls, which could represent the lush jungle environments of Xenoblade Chronicles X, notably Nakalium. Snake was used as both our military men. Snake will start the battle with a staff meant to represent Lao's weapon of sniper rifle, and all shooting damage is buffed. The Xenoblade Chronicles medley plays. The Tatsu Spirit is represented by 4 Jigglypuffs while battling on Gaara Plains. Jigglypuff is round just like Tatsu species of the Nopon. The extra Jigglypuffs represent Tatsu's family. The Riki Assist Trophy, a fellow Nopon, spawns during the battle. The theme to Gaara Plains play. The Rex Spirit is represented by Shulk and Lucina as his blade Pyra. You fight it out on Congo Falls, which could be a nod to Gorama as the lava floor is active, a nod to Pyra being a fire-type blade. Shulk will also start the battle with a fire bar, which is meant to represent the sword he uses when battling with Pyra. This stamina battle has Battle from Xenoblade Chronicles playing. The Pyra Spirit is very similar to Rex's. Lucina's Pyra, Shulk is Rex. Lava floor active and starting with a fireball all are the same. The difference is this is not a stamina battle. Melee attacks are buffed for the pair and the battle takes place on the halberd. This is meant to represent the ancient ship that Pyra was in a long stasis sleep on at the start of the game, and the place where the pair meets and their journey truly began. Still, move forward plays. The Mithra Spirit is represented by female Corinne and Shulk. You fight it out on Gaara Plains as their final smash meters will charge up faster than normal. Corinne will start with a beam sword meant to represent the sword used by her and Shulk when she is the active blade. Still, move forward plays. The Nia Spirit is represented by a Mii Brawler wearing the Nia outfit and an Incineroar who represents Doramok, her main blade from the game. This stamina battle takes place on Gaara Plains as they will heal over time, a nod to their healing abilities in the game. Battle, Xenoblade Chronicle 2 plays. The Torna Spirit is represented by Jigglypuff, as she has done a good job representing other Nopons here, and Daisy, who represents his artificial blade, Poppy. This stamina battle gives Jigglypuff a more durable shield, a nod to Tor's defense, and being sort of a tank in the game. Battle, Xenoblade Chronicle 2 plays. The Morik Spirit is represented by Lucina and Palutena, which is meant to represent her main blade of Brigid. You battle it out in Gaara Plain to represent the Gorama Providence, where you first meet them, as the lava floor is active, a nod to Brigid being a fire blade. Battle, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 plays. The Zeke Spirit is represented by Cloud and Bayonetta, who represents his main blade, Pandora. You fight it out with a Zap Floor active, a nod to Pandora being a lightning blade, and on Congo Falls, which at least to me is a nod to how Zeke and Pandora fell off a cliff in their first encounter with the group. Cloud will gain sudden final smashes, a nod to Zeke's powerful attack Sonic Thunder Slash, as your main goal to win is to survive the timer, though defeating them both will count as a win as well. Those who stand against our path from Xenoblade Chronicle 2 plays.
The Poppy Spirit is represented by a Mii Gunner wearing a Dixie Kong beret to match her own, and the Chibi Robo outfit to emphasize the fact that she's an android. The Mii Gunner represents Poppy's first form, then Daisy will represent Poppy's second form, and then a Zero Suit Samus as Poppy's final form. She's a Pokemon! Well, I mean they are treated as different blades, so I would consider that more shifting from form to form, so she's a Digimon! The Mii Gunner will have a drill, referencing Poppy's main weapon, the Drill Shield. The Daisy will start off with a rocket pack, and the Jeff Assist Trophy will summon, referencing Poppy's ability to fly around with jet engines and her ability to fire missiles from her mech arms. The Zero Suit Samus starts the battle with a beam sword, a nod to Poppy's final form's main weapon, the Variable Saber. You battle it out on Midgar. Still, move forward plays. The Laura Spirit is represented by Lucina, and the Lucina is rocking her red hair like Laura. Laura hails from the DLC of Xenoblade Chronicle 2, Torna, the Golden Country, a prequel to the events of the main game. Side note, you've got to play this DLC. Absolutely a must if you enjoy these games even a little. Along with the Lucina, there is a Zelda and a Cloud. The Cloud represents Jin, Laura's blade. A fun bit of trivia, the Japanese voice actor, Takeru Sakurai, voices both Cloud and Jin. Love these little nods they do in these games. The Zelda represents Haze, another of Laura's blades. You battled out on Jungle Japes, a reference to Cespia, a forest-like area in Torna. You must defeat Lucina to win, a nod to, spoilers ahead, to when Laura is killed during the events of the game and passes away. The Cloud will have increased movement speed, nodding to Jin's speed that he displays in this and the main game. The Zelda will favor Flora's win, referencing Haze as a wind element blade. Battle, Torna plays. The Amalthus' spirit is represented by a giant Dark Samus along with 5 Robins. The Dark Samus is Amalthus, as he is first viewed to the heroes as a good guy, but later as one of the main villains in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so using Dark Samus gives the illusion of Samus, a good guy but still evil as Dark Samus. The Robins represent the Innerline Loyalist, an army of guards that will do anything he wants. You found it out on Shadow Moses Island, representing the upper level of the World Tree, a giant mechanical structure which is also a location where you find Amalthesis. Side note, I had to look up a video to remember how to pronounce this, and so I know I'm sounding tongue-twisted when I say Amalthesis, and I'm sorry, I'm really trying, guys. Anyways, health recovery will happen, a nod to the move Reincarnation that he uses in his boss battle to continually heal. Dark Samus will have super armor but moves slower, a nod to his status as a big boss battle and his ability to withstand attacks while remaining stationary. The Robins start this battle must be defeated before Dark Samus emerges, a nod to how the Endoline and Jin must be defeated before battling him. This stamina battle has Praetor, Amalthesis, the acting god playing. The Jin Spirit is represented by Cloud, just like before. You battle it out on Summit, meant to represent the Jinbu Crown, an area located on the Titan Jinbu that features an Arctic climate, which serves as the location of Jin's boss battle. There is also an ice floor in place, nodding to Jin as an ice element blade, and his speed is up just like before, a nod to his lightning-like speed. This stamina battle has the song Crossing Sword plays, a nod to the cutscene in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 where Rex and Jin battle, and he awakens the true power of the Aegis. The Mallow Spirit is represented by a Richter, along with 3 giant Meta Ridleys. Richter's short black hair gives him the right vibe, I think. The giant Meta Ridleys represent the Artifice Gargoyles, giant winged mechs that Mallow summons. You fight out on Gar Plains where Metalface will appear as well, a nod to the Artifice Ion, a giant artifice piloted by Mallows. Richter will start the battle with a beam sword, referring to his own Dark Element Monado sword. You battled out to Incoming, a track used in multiple battles against him. The Pneuma Spirit is represented by Pyra Mithra, as Pneuma is their fused form. Along with them is a Shulk who represents Rex, who is Pneuma's master driver. The Pyra Mithra will have sudden final smashes, a nod to her ability to give players a high-level blade special like Pyra's Burning Sword or Mithra's Sacred Arrows. There is increased movement speed, nodding to her ability to allow herself and Rex to move at lightning speed by warping the reality of her surroundings. So is this Chaos Control or Instant Transmission? You make the call. When they're at high damage, they will do Metal Shift, a nod to having the highest physical and defensive abilities in the game. You battle it out on Cloud of All Rest while counterattack plays. The Noah Mio Spirit is represented by Shulk, another Xenoblade protagonist as Noah, and then a Mii Brawler with a Nia wig and outfit to be Neo, as Nia and Mio are similar with the cat ear motif. Additionally, a Dark Samus, who represents Noah's Ouroboros form, who also has the beam sword to act as its giant sword. You fight it out on the Bridge of Eldin, representing the Alfedo Valley, a valley-like region in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and where Noah and Mio interlink and transforms into his Ouroboros. Don't worry, it makes more sense when you're playing the game. Mostly. This stamina battle has Battle, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 playing.
And there you have it. I think I can finally and safely say that is every Xenoblade Chronicles Spirit Battle and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, whether we get spirits in the future Smash games or not, it's hard to tell, and I believe that's a speculation video for another day. But now we have all one happy package for you guys. So, let me know what was your favorite Spirit Battle, or what characters would you have added as a Spirit Battle that didn't get added? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, join the conversation in our Discord as well. This is the Nintendo Network, signing off.